So yesterday we classified with names, right? You need to know what two pieces to classify a polynomial. There were two words, right? What did they come from? The degree and how many terms there are. Good. How do you know what the degree is of a polynomial? The highest exponent. How do you know how many terms there are? Yeah, how many different things, adding and subtracting, separates them. Good. And then when we added and subtracted, we did what? We combined like terms. Beautiful. Today, we are moving on to multiplying. So today and tomorrow, we're going to multiply. Okay. Today, we're going to multiply with monomials, which means what? What's a monomial? Just one term. So we're multiplying just one piece into another polynomial. See how I'm just multiplying by a? I'm just multiplying by negative c. I'm just multiplying by negative 3n. Okay, so we're going to focus on just monomials today. Tomorrow, we'll expand that, and we'll have like 2 pieces times 3 pieces, okay, or 2 pieces times 2 pieces. So we're going to start off today with just the one piece. Here comes back law of exponents, because when we multiply exponents, multiply bases with exponents, what do I get to do with them? For multiplying like bases, we get to add my exponents. So that's coming back today. All right, it's not leaving. It's still here. So let's start off. Again, I'm going to work through the odds. You're going to do evens for homework. Starting with number 1, when I multiply a times 4a, what does that give me?
4 into 4a.
4a to the power of 2. Good. They both technically have what exponent? A 1, right? So 1 plus 1 gives me 2. Then a times 3 is what? Nope, just 3, because you have a times 3, so it's just going to be 3a. Okay? Is it in standard form? So yes, we are done. All right, so we're going to distribute our monomial through multiplying, adding exponents, and then afterwards we are going to double check and make sure that we're in standard form, because that's something new for us. Let's go over here to 3. What is x times 2x? 2x. 2. Good. And what is x times negative 5? What kind of a 5x? A negative 5x. Good. Watch out for these negatives. We're multiplying, right? So if it's a positive times a negative or a negative times a positive, we always get a negative result, right? But if they're both positive or both negative, they are going to be a positive result. Yep, it's in standard form. We're done. All right, how is number 5 a little bit different? We have a number now. It's not just a letter. What is that number called? Give me the vocab. Coefficient. Good. That negative 3 is a coefficient. And what is the n technically called? A variable. Beautiful. So we have a coefficient and a variable. When I multiply, they're both coming together. So negative 3n times n squared. Is there another coefficient to multiply with? It's just n squared, right? So negative 3 is just going to be negative 3. But n times n squared is n to the power of 3. All right? Distribute it to my last piece. 3n times 2n. Do your coefficients. What's negative 3 times 2? Negative 6. And what is n times n?
N to the power of 2.
N to the power of 2. Is it in standard form? Yes, it is. So we're bringing a new skill along with our law of exponents. How are we feeling about it? Got a little mashup today. Feel good? Kind of. All right. Number 7. Now I'm doing a monomial with a what? Well, hold on. Yes, but what is inside my parentheses now?
It's like minus, times, and plus.
It is I heard someone say it. It's a trinomial. So we have a monomial with a trinomial. Is it going to change at all what we're doing? No, we're just going to distribute our monomial 3 different times. So, Miranda, what did you say 3x times 5x squared was? 2 to the third. Good.
And that's 12.
Hold on. Do the middle. 3x times negative x. So 3 times negative is
Negative 3.
-3, and then x times x.
X to the power 2.
Yeah. Remember, when we have a minus like this, technically that's like a -1, if that helps you see that. So that's 3 times -1. And then the last piece,
12. That's 15.
what kind of a 12 is it?
A positive.
It does a positive. Does x have an exponent?
No.
No. Are we in standard form?
Yes.
Yes. Look at that. On a roll. How about number 9?
Yeah.
How about you try number 9? You can do it. You try number 9. Yes, you can. You asked for a harder problem. It was the next one. You try number 9. You got it. All right, so number 9. Who wants to give this to me? Who thinks they got it? Abraham, what'd you get? All right, do we see anything that needs fixing? Mayana, what do I need to do? Yeah, there you go. Good. Right here in the middle, that technically has a little 1 right there. That's okay. And you know what? I promise you're not the only one who did it. So I'm happy you said it. Okay? Whenever we see a variable by itself, it does have an exponent of 1. Are we cool with -3 and -2 becoming +6?
Yes.
We're good with our negatives here? -3 and +2 became -6 in the middle. -3, +4 became -12 on the end. We're good? Is it in standard form? Yes. All right, number 11. So yes, 11 will help you with 10 and 12. What am I going to distribute in number 11? A z. Does it get distributed to everything?
No.
Only to what?
That's
Only to what's in the parentheses. Good. Only those 2 pieces. So what is z times 5z?
5 to the z to the power 2.
Good. 5z to the power of 2. What is z times -3?
-3 to the z.
-3z. Yep. And then we still have -2z on the end. Okay. It's still there. Are we done?
Yeah. No? Huh?
Can we combine like terms this time? My last 2 are just a z, right? So I can combine like terms on the end. So 5z squared is still by itself. But what is -3 minus 2?
No, wait, no.
Careful. -3 minus 2. We're going down some more. -5. So that becomes -5z. And now we're done. So that should help you, Jaden, with the other one. Alrighty. I'm waiting. We're okay? All right, ready for 13? Yes, you are. We can do it. Do you want to do it on your own?
Okay, I'll do it.
You try. You try this one. You can do it. You can do it. You try number 13. Yes, you can. All right, here we go. Who wants to give this to me? Miranda. All right. 6x3. All right. Move this up here.
X. Well, just minus 3x plus something.
Okay. Are we going to circle this answer?
No.
Do I have any like terms that I can put together? No. Yeah, so why aren't we circling it? It's not a trick question. Yes, Mayana, we need to put it in standard form. So what do I need to rearrange? The 8x and the 3x squared. Good. So because we have to go highest exponent to lowest, so exponent of 3, exponent of 2, and this is technically an exponent of 1. And that is our answer. There we go. If you left it in the way before, you wouldn't be wrong, but you wouldn't be done, so you would lose a point probably. All right. 15 looks fun. Yeah, this middle one, for my friends watching the video, this should be a 14. We'll fix that. Boop. There we go. Yes, ma'am.
So, whenever something like equals 0,
Mm-hmm.
do you just not put anything?
Correct. You don't have to. Mm-hmm. Does that happen in 15? It happens in 14. Okay. Let's do 15. So 15, we're distributing 2 separate pieces, and then with that plus in the middle, we're going to do what we did yesterday and combine any like terms that we might see there. Okay. So according to order of operations, we should do all the multiplying first. So let's distribute -2 to 4x squared. What does that give me? -8 squared. Good. And then -2 times 5x. -10x, there we go. We still have this plus, but now we are going to distribute on the other side. What is x times x squared? Beautiful. And x times 6x. What kind of a 6? Positive. There we go. Good. Now we're going to not multiply. We're going to combine like terms. Yep. What are we going to write first? Okay. What is -8 plus 6?
It should be -2. -2
Okay. Then what? Well, what else do I have? All right, so then -10x. Am I going to put plus x cubed on the end?
Yes.
No, where does x cubed go? Right, it should go up here. If we're putting it in standard form, should x cubed come first? Yeah. So x3 is first. Then we have our x squares. Those were combined like terms. And then we do have -10x on the end. And that one is done. Good. All right. So 16 is kind of the same. I would like for you to try 16. You try 16. Well, not 16. I lied. 16's homework, isn't it? 17. You do 17. I'm sorry. You do 17. All right, who wants to help me with the first half? I'm going to pick somebody who hasn't helped me yet today. I'm going to go with Brandon. All right, Brandon, help me just with the first distribution. The first half. Just that part. So what's 4n times 3n squared? There you go. And then 4n times n. Yep. And then 4n times -4. Almost. 4 times 4. Silly mistake. Yep, there you go. 16n. Good. All right. I'm going to pop over to someone else. I'm going to do Savannah. n times 3. You got this. N times 3. 3n. You got it. Okay. N times -n. Yes, negative n to the second. Beautiful. Now we have a subtraction problem like yesterday. Yes? We can do this. Yes. We are combining like terms. Can I combine anything, Aubrey, with 12n to the power of 3? Is there any other n to the power of 3? I'm talking to Aubrey. No. 12n 3 is just going to be by itself. Good. Gabby. So if I'm going standard form, right, after n3, we should look for an n2. Do I have one of those? Yes, I have minus n squared. Is there an n squared in the first part? No, so that was what was tricky yesterday. So you're going to do 0 n squared minus negative n squared. So if you have minus negative, hold on, that's like saying minus negative 1. If you have two subtraction signs, what does that turn into? So what is my n squared going to have in front of it? A plus. This becomes plus n squared. Mayama. The 4, oh, look at that. Look at that. See? Well, so I love that we're recording because mistakes happen, but as long as you recognize them, you can fix them and move on. Good. So, just kidding, Gabby. What am I going to put together? There we go. So 4n squared minus negative n squared gives me what? So remember we just said, so the minus negative does turn into a plus. So that's the same thing as saying 4n squared plus n squared, which is going to be, what's 4 plus 1? 5. There you go. Power of 2. So that was yesterday when the exponents didn't change. All right, good. So we got rid of those. I'll keep purple. All right, Nick, you ready? Now we have just the n's left over. So we have negative 16n, right? Minus what? What's the n on the other side? What in my red set? What has the n? What's the term with the n? The other one's 3n. Good. Okay. So now when I combine those, what is negative 16 minus 3? Negative 19. So that becomes negative 19n. There we go. Good job. 19 is wonderful. Yes, it is. Okay, so 19 now has 3 different pieces. Yeah, let's do this guy together. Let's do this together. All right, 2 times 4x squared. There you go. 2 times negative 2x is negative 4x. Yeah. Yep. And now 3 times negative 6x squared. Yep. And then 3 times 4. Just 12. Yep. So what we're doing is we're leaving these where they are, is what we're doing. So now we have plus 2x second and negative 2x. Good. Okay. It's great. It makes my math heart happy.
You need to do the if a is negative 18 is
Mm-hmm.
2x.
Yeah, so these all have the x squared, right? So we're going to do 8 minus negative 18 and then plus 2. So remember, minus negative is, it becomes a positive. So we have 8 plus 18 plus 2, which becomes 28x squared. Good. What am I going to combine together next?
The negative 4x and the negative 2x.
Good. Just negative 4x and negative 2x. Do we see that? Because that guy in the middle doesn't have an x. We're not going to put that together. Right. So negative 4x, and then in front of this last parentheses is a plus. Right? So plus negative 2x. That does give me negative 6x.
Yeah. And then you do plus 12.
Is it plus 12? What's in front of that parenthesis?
A negative? Well, a subtraction.
Yeah, so what? It's not going to be plus 12. It's going to be minus 12. Watch out.
Basically done.
Okay. Something else you can do, I like showing you multiple options. When you see that minus, technically you can distribute that and make it act like a negative 1. So if you wanted to, you could have 8x squared minus 4x from the beginning. Then this could be positive 18x squared negative 12. And then plus 2x squared minus 2x. So if you have a minus out front, if you distribute that through, all of your signs change. So that's doing the same thing. You can do that if you want to. And then you have 8x squared plus 18 plus 2, which still gives you 28x squared. And then you have negative 4 minus 2, which is your negative 6. And then you have your negative 12 there. Okay, so a couple of different ways to treat that minus sign. Yeah. Okay. Any questions for me? Some people find that way easier. Some people don't like that. You choose the way that you like best and go with it. All right. So for the rest of the class, you're going to work through the evens. And when you are done, I will gladly stamp you.